Number two is the problem that you want to face. Now, what you really need to know about here is you go into a business that you are well suited to handle. And how do you know what you're well suited to handle? These are the things that your assets are best suited for. If you have been working in a cyber cafe for 10 years, you may be best suited going into the cyber cafe business or related fields because you have the resources, you have the skills, the knowledge, the experience in that field. Jumping to go and do farming or jumping to do entertainment may not be the best idea for you. So you need to think about what do you have and what problem can you focus on that matches your resources. And when you're thinking about this, you have to be careful that you're not looking at just you. You're thinking about what problem can my assets solve that the market also needs. So it's a match thing here. You're looking at what the market needs and what you have. This is where the work comes in. You have to think. You have to apply creative ideas to find a suitable match, something that you have and something that the market wants and something that the competitors are not already doing. This is what you have to put together so you can come up with the perfect business for you. This is the reason why many businesses fail, because they do not pick the right business. They don't look for the right problem. They don't look for the right market. So it's a toggle. You have to experiment, look at what you have, look at the market, look at what people need. Once you find this balance, then you know you're on the right track to succeed. Now, you have found the perfect problem for you to solve. The next thing you need to look for is the right promise, the right brand, or the right mission. What am I going to try and achieve as a business? Why is it important that you state this? You're stating this for yourself. You're stating this so that your customers will know what your business is trying to achieve, and it's going to be a reminder to you to know what you are trying to achieve, so that you have a very clear goal promise. You have a very clear promise to the customers. Businesses are based on promises. It's your promise to the customer that he's paying for. And when you don't guide your business based on a promise, you're working and you're not delivering to the customer what he expects. If Coca-Cola promises happiness, Pepsi promises value, taste, and excitement, when you're buying Coca-Cola, you want to be happy. So that is what you expect from Coca-Cola. So they need to work towards that goal, and they know that is your own expectation. This is the essence of having a brand promise. It guides both you and guides the business to know what they're working to, and it guides the customer to know what to expect from a business. Businesses that do not have a clear promise will confuse their customers. They put their resources into what is not necessary, and then they have a lot of challenges when they are growing. You want to be as clear as possible to the customer, and you need to come up with a definitive promise, because that is what is going to be your business mission, and that is what the customer is going to expect. It will also help the customer to make up a decision and know that this is what this company is trying to achieve, and this is why. Now, here we're going to talk about your process. Now, when you have clear goals, then you know exactly what you're trying to achieve. And the next thing is for you to have a process. This seems like a step that a lot of people miss out on. And there's a very clear reason why this is important. If you do not itemize and list out the things you need at the beginning, you're going to miss out on vital things. You're going to skip important things. You've made a promise to the customer. Your second goal now is to itemize how exactly am I going to achieve this promise on a daily basis. Mapping it out will help you to know and have a starting point from where your business and how your business works. A business is a system of delivering goods and services to the customer. So when people wonder why is my business not going forward, it's because they have not created an efficient system. A business that's not running properly is a business system that is not efficient. You can only make your business system efficient when you itemize and document things down. So once you have your promise, document exactly how you're going to deliver on this promise on a daily basis, and continuously review this document. You're meant to review it day in, day out until you improve the business and it starts giving you the much money and resources that you need. It's just like an engine. You can't be an engineer and you don't document and map out your engine schematics. You must have an engine drawing, and you build on your drawing. Imagine an architect that does not have a building drawing. You can't build anything useful. So here you must document your process. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of businesses fail. They don't document their processes. So they're not building anything reasonable. Imagine building a house and you build it based on how you feel. That house is not going to stand and it's not going to be very strong. And that's how a lot of small businesses start. They start by not documenting things and following things properly. But every professional knows that that is something you must do. So please document your processes. And once you've set up a goal and you know what you are trying to achieve, you've given your customer a promise, you need to document how you're going to achieve that promise on a day-to-day basis and improve on it day to day. That is how your business will grow and develop, by you improving your systems and the efficiency of your. Then we have the promotion. Now, when we talk about promotion, we're not talking about just promoting your business to customers. We're talking about promoting it to anybody who will work with you. To get people to work with you, it's not a simple thing. Customers, employees, you may think getting employees to work with you is as simple as telling them you pay them money. Money doesn't always motivate people. You will need to promote the job. You will need to put advertisements out. You will need to give them a reason to work with you. Suppliers may not want to supply you, especially business to business. You have to give them a reason why you're a good supplier. Partners may not want to partner with you. You must have to give them a reason why they should work with you. You need to promote your business ideas to people. This is human nature. People don't just wake up and want to work with you, except in special circumstances. You are going to build a business that thrives. You can't count on these special circumstances. You need to promote your ideas. To customers, you need to keep on reminding them, this is why you need to patronize me. This is why I'm the best. You need to keep on reminding them. Think of any successful business you know that is not making or doing promotions, coming up with new ones every day. They know if they stop doing that, you stop working with them and you forget about them. There are too many things, too many problems and issues that people have in the world. You need to ensure that you promote your business to get people to work with you if you're going to succeed. So that's where this comes in. This has to do with people. Promote your ideas, promote your systems, promote to people. That's how you get people to work with you. And it's not something you do and stop. You need to keep on doing it. Have strategies for promotion and work on doing this all day. Once you have been able to come up with a strategy for that, the main thing here now, I'm sure this is what you've been waiting for, is the entrepreneurship plan. This is where you come up with step-by-step guides on how you're going to achieve your goal. There's no formula for this. When we talk about a plan is a simple thing. What am I doing first? What am I doing second? What am I doing third? Why am I doing this first? When? How? If? When? How? If you don't set targets for yourself in a plan, you're never going to achieve your goal. So it is goal setting. And talk to anybody who has achieved anything in life. They set goals for themselves. They set targets. This week, this is what I'm going to do. On Monday, I'm going to do this. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. On Thursday, I'm going to do this. So on and so forth. This is how they achieve their goals. So it's not different for any business. You need to have a plan. And by plan, I'm not talking about mumbo jumbo. I'm talking about getting things done. What do I have to do? You need to know it first. So you have your process. Your process is outlined. Who is going to set up the process? Where are you going to buy the equipment for the process? There has to be a plan. That's where the planning comes in. I'm going to go to the market to get this. I'm going to go to this supplier to do this. I'm going to get this employee. I'm going to put up job adverts. You're supposed to have a long list of things to do. And then you know that when I've accomplished all these things, my business will be settled. That is what you really mean by an entrepreneurship plan. You know, people talk about so many complicated things, but the truth of the matter, as somebody who has done so many businesses, I know that as an entrepreneur, you don't have time for complicated things. That's why I created this 7 Ps. It's a simple step and guide to help you know what you need to do. Now we're going to talk about the last step of our 7 Ps, which is progress. You need to monitor your progress. Yes, you've come up with a plan, and a lot of people have their plans. They start up their business and it stays there for 100 years. It doesn't move because they're not tracking progress. You must track your progress. You must come back to your plan. You must come back to your strategy, come back to your promise, go back to your assets, because they will keep on changing. Imagine you start a business and you make money and you buy a new equipment, your properties have changed. You need to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new problem that you could solve because you have bigger assets. You have to redo your brand promise or review your brand promise You have to come up with a new process, come up with a new plan, come up with a new promotion. It's an ongoing step. The more you do, the more times you have to revisit the 7 P's of entrepreneurship. So it's a continuous thing, and it works by tracking your progress. When you make progress, you increase your assets, you now need to review your plan. So this is one place where a lot of people stop, and this is why their businesses remain the way they are. They are waiting for their business to explode. Your business will not explode. You have to track your progress, reinvest in the business, adjust things, and then see the growth. When you finish with that, you go to step 2. You repeat the cycle until your business grows and grows till it achieves its main goal. And that is the 7 P's of entrepreneurship planning, which you need if your business is going to achieve success. To the conclusion, you see, these 7 P's are just a simple framework that will guide you in planning your enterprise and coming up with ideas and growing them bit by bit. Over time, we are going to explore the different elements in detail, but this is just the first video where we are talking about the basics, and we're telling you this is how it works and this is how you can grow it to achieve something better. However, this is not a static process. This is something you do day in and day out. So I wish you all the best and see you in the next video. Please remember to subscribe, remember to like and share to those who are interested in growing their own business. We're going to come up with many more series on the topic, so please stay tuned. I'll see you. My name is Dr. Zebulon Abule. I have a PhD in entrepreneurship. I'm a seasoned entrepreneur and I teach entrepreneurship. So I'm teaching you and telling you about what is important for an entrepreneur. I've also taught business. I've also done business. I also do business. There are 2 different things. When you're starting up a business or you're growing a business, the things you need to focus on are different from when your business is established. And that's what I consider to be entrepreneurship, coming up with new ideas and dealing with the challenges that new ideas present. So focus on this channel. When you see the videos, you watch it, they may not be so interesting, and that's not what it's about. It's about building your entrepreneurial capacity, learning how to farm, learning how to fish, so that you don't need to be begging for fish, but you can get more fish. And that's what we're all about in this channel. This is a study channel for those who are looking for how to get more money, grow money, instead of begging for money and hoping for money. So see you in the next